Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. It's been a while since I've made an update video of my journey and all that's been going on with myself as far as the divorce and with my son, Chris. And so the update is this. Well, went to court day before yesterday now. And of course it wasn't in my favor. You know, at first it's crazy, man. You know, when a good thing is going, especially when you're having your kids or child or whatever it is, listen. And the reason why I'm making this video is because it's my final destination of 20 years and raising kids and at the result of it all. So, a quick brief of my 20-year life with my children's mother. In the beginning, she was 18, I was 21. She left. She was living with her mother with a 4-month-old baby, 4-month-old baby, and it's Jonathan. And I met her, and through the relationship with my sister and her, my little sister knew her, and well, as time went on, I liked her, and then it was. And just, anyways, I don't want to go too further back before that, but anyway, so we got together, and it wasn't as pleasant at first. I mean, it was, anyway, so as time went on, we moved with each other, and I'm gonna skip to Georgia. So we're in Georgia. We had Junior, and in 2000, and things were pretty cool. Things were a little bit hard. Things were not as good as it is today. We didn't really have a strong foundation at place of employment. So. We was struggling with that. So was I. 2000 and things went on. 2006 we had Chris, and then things were a little bit better, but then things just got kind of rough. Financially it was rough, but I don't think finance was an issue. I think it was just I dealt with a woman. Listen, I came from a father and mother and mother that weren't really good parents, as far as, because they were too young, and then they, what do they know about parenting? They were already kids themselves. So, but at the end, in my preteens and throughout my teens, I lived with my father, and he didn't have a structure. He just had a demanding, abusive kind of way of doing things. So, well, that of course came on me. And how was I supposed to raise a family when I was never even taught how to be a man? And I didn't really have no mentors. I thought my mentors were my buddies, because they showed me what I thought was cool, and hustled and all that other stuff. Well, that proved wrong. And then for her, she was raised with her mother and father, but they were the kind of parents that that they were not a healthy parent neither. They lived with each other. One was the father was more of an alcoholic. He liked his drink, and he wasn't really a good father figure, anyways. So it didn't work out. They were married for so long, and then after 20 some years, they got divorced. And of course, her mother never really taught her how to cook, clean, take after yourself, what it is to take care of a man, just as much as I was never taught how to take care of a woman properly, and all that stuff. So it was a failure in the making already. But we stuck with each other for 20 years. Was it great 20 years? Not all of it was great. Not all of it was it wasn't too bad. But it could have been better. But like I said, we tried everything. The one thing that at the very end we didn't really seek any type of counseling. And what I mean by that is a family therapist or anything, because it wasn't. It was just messed up. So I think we were done a long time ago anyway. So, at the year of 2017, things really were like, really up and down. I think it was the end, and we both knew it was the end of it all. But, she left. Used the excuse of supposedly abusive relationship, whatever. But I think what it was we knew that it was done, and she used that excuse to leave. And then she came back a few months later. We thought we could make it happen. Well, we got into one big old fight because, once again, as parents, we didn't really know how to dealt with it. I've gotten a little better. We've tried it. We've both got a little bit better, but it wasn't really good enough. But so anyways, that is a little bit of what the 20 year span we had with each other. And she calls it toxic. Well, I don't know if there's an expirational date on it, but but now Chris is 13 years old, and he's a preteen. He's a teenager, man. He's going to be a teenager next week. So I know what it was at 13. I knew what it was at 12. I didn't have both parents, and my parents did not co-parent. I tried to prove to the court that, hey, it's important that I am close and have more time with my son, because I know what it was to be 13 years old. And I tried to explain that, so the courts can see, this judge, but judge deemed it that every other weekend. And that's how you solve today's society problems. Every other weekend, less time with the father. And see, that's the problem right there today in 2019. They think these mothers are suitable. Now, I'm not saying his mother is a crackhead, whatever. She's been in her job about almost the same time as me. Okay. But my thing is, what is the best interest? What was the best interest for my son? The judge decided the best interest for my son, my one son that I have to raise now. Imagine, I raised up my other two sons. My other two daughters, they wasn't here physically. Financially, I took care of them and tried to do as best as I can with them, and that's a fiasco. That was a fiasco. But that doesn't matter. And here I am. I took care of a son, my son, not by blood, but by him, I'm telling that, hey, he's my son, he's my boy. And then that wasn't in evidence. That wasn't talked about. But you know what? Listen. When we got in there, we asked if we can have my son write a letter or have a video chat. And the first thing that judge said, he goes, I'm not going to let a child influence my decision making. We already knew that was a wrap, but we went with it and still try to go with it and say, let's try to give it what we can, give it all that we got. And then to the demise, it failed. It was a bomb. So, but the courts, the judge, and I hate saying the courts because see, it's not based on I hate the sun here looking at me. Over here. I hate to say that it's the courts because it wasn't a court. Because the courts don't, it's not, everyone's going, well, it's a figure of speech. Yeah, granted, it's a figure of speech, but the judge said he made a decision that it's better for my son to have more time with his mother. And I wanted split custody. 1 week on, 1 week off. See, we did that in the summer. It was great. He went home for the week, came back for a week. He enjoyed it. That was one of the things he requested in his letter. And, I've made videos in the past about, fathers and their kids and how important it is to be around them. And mind you, like I said before, I was not taught how to be a good father. I wasn't taught how to, there's a lot of things that I wasn't taught. And that's not my fault. I had to learn things in my journey. Okay? Regardless, I have maybe not have been a husband, but at the same time, she wasn't a good mom. Or a good wife. You know what I mean? But at the very end of this, what was the best interest? And this is what the judge said. That was it. That he stays every 2 weeks, every other weekend with me. Okay? And she makes all major decisions, and I pay my child support, which is, I didn't care about the child support. I mean, I did it for a long time. I can do it again for 5-6 years, whatever it's going to take. But the problem here is, man, there's not enough dads and these stupid courts and their stupid judges, these dumb judges, that today, when you see, they have to see it, because you know what? They put a lot of these men that were once boys in prison because they never had a father like me who wants to be involved with my son's life. These same damn stupid judges are given life sentences or the maximum years behind prison because these boys were never taught, or these boys were separated by these dumb judges saying that the mother is the best fit. Now, don't get me wrong. Now, I know there's fathers who don't want to be involved with their mom, with their sons and daughters or whatever. These dudes disappear. And you know what the funny thing is? These same stupid mothers, these dumb women, they don't see that there's those fathers who don't want to be involved with their kids. Their mothers come looking for them fathers. And then you get the fathers who want to be involved. The mothers don't want them around. It could have been a great, listen, man, this thing could have been over. I wanted a divorce just as much as she wanted a divorce. We could have came to an agreement of 1 week going off, come with a dollar amount. And mind you, I was paying her support when my son went home. And I wasn't getting paid anything, But it goes back to a lot of that, man. The law is screwed up, and that's why these boys, that's why these boys today are freaking nuts. They dress like females, okay? They act like women. They're more feminists than they are real men, macho men. And so their heads all screwed up. Because a lot of that is because they were raised by their mamas. And when you're raised by your mama, you can't get you don't get the macho-ness. You don't get the toughness. You get this mama who's just soft and they can't really teach a boy how to become a man. And I'm speaking for the guys that are wanting to be, that are in my same situation. Okay, so, but, like I said, I'm going to try as much and be involved with my boy's life. Maybe next year, he's 14 legally, he can decide where he wants to leave and live, whatever he wants to do. And if he decides to come with me, that's fine. See, it's not about, that's the thing about these stupid people, man. They think it's about revenge. They think about it's, who's the, trying to front on this better parent. It's not even about that. Listen, I'm a father who loves my boys and my son, and I want to teach him certain things. Teaching skills, teach things that my father couldn't do. Because my father was weak at that point. Because he didn't have a father who taught him how to become a man. Because, you see, his father had too many kids. And it was impossible to teach my father manly things and how to become a father and how to... So it failed. And now, I am my own father. I'm a father and a grandfather now. Praise God. So it just man. It was a sad day for me. It really hurt me. It hit me in my heart because, and then on top of that, the mother's all laughing with her little buddy and her stupid lawyer, But it hurt it. I took it. I'm taking it. I wasn't feeling too happy about it the other day, but I just wanted to make this video of the update, from the beginning of this 1.5 year journey, man. It's been a long time. It should have been over a long time ago. But when you get ignorant people who just don't look at what's really the benefit of the child, they just want to keep going and going and going, man. So, but the meantime, I'm going to do what I need to do. I know I'm a good father. I know what it takes to be a good father. And if people don't understand, and you know what? Listen, guys, get with your kids, man. Get with your boys. Because it's this country is so jacked. Men are being just put in a place that is just, what is the word I'm looking for? But men are just being turned into females. Men are being dumbed down. Get with your sons, man. They need you. And I'm gonna do what I need to do with my son as a father to do what I need to do. And it's all good, man. But that's the update. It is now July, end of the month, and finally came to it. So I just want to say, peace out, God bless, and to new journeys, to new beginnings. Peace out.